You know what's really strange? Everyone talks about how important it is to socialize. To have many friends, go out, and post on social media. Otherwise, it's like something's wrong with you. Leave me alone! Many people respond, "No thanks, I'm good as I am." They aren't depressed or afraid. It's because they've discovered something most of us actively avoid our entire lives themselves. If you'd rather spend Friday night at home with a book than in some noisy venue. If let's hang out causes anxiety, or you feel relief canceling plans, this is for you. What I'm about to tell you will change how you look at yourself. Society misunderstands solitude. You'll realize society fundamentally misunderstands solitude. Let's start with where everyone gets it wrong. For decades, psychology treated people who love being alone like something was missing in them. They were a step away from therapy. The logic was simple. Humans are social beings. If someone chooses solitude, something must be wrong. Maybe they're shy, anxious, maybe a bad childhood, waiting for someone to fix them. In 2016, scientists asked a question. What if some people simply love being alone? Not due to trauma or fear. They genuinely enjoy it. They called it unsociability and discovered something unexpected. People who love solitude weren't just okay, they were much more than that. They were in great shape. Let me explain what happens in your brain when you love being alone. Your dopamine system, the brain's reward system, works differently than in most people. When an extrovert enters a party, their brain throws a dopamine celebration. Conversation, laughter, energy. Your brain reaches maximum stimulation faster. You don't need a circus to feel fulfilled. A quiet conversation, a walk alone, or silent thoughts, that's your version of a concert. Brain scans show people who love solitude have greater prefrontal cortex activity when alone. That's the part of the brain responsible for complex thinking, self-reflection, deeper analysis, and creativity. You're not just spacing out. Your brain processes, connects, solves problems, builds mental structures. This happens when nothing disturbs you. This isn't some new theory. Great minds knew this. Einstein developed his ideas in silence and solitude. Newton conceived calculus while isolated. Virginia Woolf wrote A Room of One's Own. Space and solitude are important for creative work. A celebrated author rented hotel rooms to write. She had a normal house. They weren't antisocial. They understood. Some things you can only do when not surrounded by people. They said, "I'm already complete." That's not arrogance, but deep self-understanding. Research showed something surprising. People who love solitude often have stronger connections with friends, family, and community. Why? They're not trying to extract everything from one person. They're not clinging. Why are you doing this now? They choose connection when it adds to life, not to fill a hole. They understood something important. The quality of time you spend alone directly affects time spent with others. When rested and clear from solitude, you treat people better. You're not exhausted or angry. You're not asking others to fix you. You come as a whole person. You've worked on it alone first. Now, here's something that will change your perspective. In Japan, history means time spent alone.
I know, it's weird, but they accept it. I think it's kind of cool. Restaurants have booths for one person. Movie theaters have individual seats. Not weird at all. Cultural practices are based on needing to be with yourself. They even have karaoke booths for one. Imagine singing alone in a soundproof box, a normal social activity. In the West, eating alone. Everyone thinks you're sad or stood up. We treat solitude as a problem to solve. Solitude should be respected, not a problem. People who spend time alone skip all that. They know who they are, regardless of others' thoughts. They know what they really think. They know what they really want, not what others expect. That self-awareness becomes a compass. Self-awareness guides decisions, unlike those who avoid solitude. Let's acknowledge the dark side too.
It's important. There's danger in too much solitude, not what society usually talks about.
You won't become weird or forget how to communicate. The real danger is becoming too comfortable. You stop challenging yourself. Growth happens when you step out of your comfort zone. If you avoid vulnerability, you might miss certain types of personal development. The healthiest solitude renews you. It's not a place where you're hiding. You go there to recharge, think, and create. Then return among people with something to offer. Not because you're empty. You use solitude to prepare for life, not escape it. What does that mean? If you truly love being alone, you don't have to apologize. Don't force yourself to be social. Your brain is made to find peace in solitude. That's not just okay, it's valuable. The world needs people who can sit alone. People who can think without constant stimulation. Understanding connection versus dependency. If you avoid vulnerability, you might miss certain types of personal development. Enjoying your own company might be the most countercultural thing. Be honest about your reasons. Can I connect when I want? Do I trust people? Am I choosing solitude or running?
Healthy solitude makes you stronger, not protected. It's a choice from strength, not fear.
If your solitude comes from knowing yourself, not self-defense, you've understood something rare. The most important relationship is with yourself. Unlike others, this one doesn't require compromise. No coordination or scheduling. It's always there, always honest, exactly what you need. Next time someone asks why you're alone or cancel plans, you don't owe them an explanation. If you want to tell them, talk about dopamine sensitivity and prefrontal cortex activity. Solitude is often social intelligence. Or just smile and say, I enjoy my own company. That's the point. People who love being alone found what others seek in crowds: peace. Peace is not absence of noise, but presence of self. Nothing lonely about that. If this resonated, follow the channel to explore how we function. Support content like this. Consider becoming a channel member. I appreciate you being here. New videos are coming. Being alone doesn't mean something's wrong. It means you enjoy being content with yourself. See you in the next video and have a nice day.